Watch the Mysteries of Existence channel for divine enlightenment. To know more about yourself, the physical and subtle aspects of the universe, and the source of all that is.
This is a message brought to you by the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Nathan Uzorma, author, Archbishop, University Chancellor, scholar in extraterrestrial research, professor of Christian education at St. Thomas-A-Backet University, England, recipient of Nelson Mandela Excellent Leadership Award in Africa. Former living Grand Master in the Order of Terrestrial and Astral Hierarchy, amongst others.
Dear listeners, this is the interlude session 25 in this Mysteries of Existence channel, titled, Life After Death Experiences, Part 12. It is a great exposition of the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Nathan Uzorma, for every human on earth, which is read here as follows. Life after death experiences are encapsulated in a whole lot of mysteries. In some cases, for instance, some mysterious things occur even before one gets to the first stage in the hereafter. During this period, before one gets into the first stage proper, the departed one will be roaming unguided for a while. I intend to clarify this here and possibly in other subsequent materials. To some extent, I think it is important to make this exposition before we get involved in the afterlife experiences that occur in the first stage. For a departed one to wander around before being admitted into the first stage constitutes a part of the life after death experiences. The so-called ghosts of some dead people seen by humans are often in line with this kind of reality. This wandering is predicated on two primary factors, though exemptions do occasionally occur. However, these factors are primarily based on intense emotional focus towards the physical life just discarded. The first factor is situated on a mission that is not fully fulfilled. Now, in most cases, such individuals are reverted back to be physically materialized. Consequently, they live elsewhere amongst other humans, who are not aware of their prior death situations, in order to fulfill their unfulfilled missions. The second factor of wandering around by a departed one deals with a process of waiting for admittance to the first stage of the hereafter. The wandering of the so-called dead individuals, buried or not buried, are not aware at this point of any destination in the hereafter. They will remain in this condition till the monitors who guide the path of death come forth. The layer of reality in which this roaming or wandering of a departed one occurs has its own diverse degrees of consciousness. This layer of reality is situated on the boundary of the physical world and the immediate adjacent state of the sub-physical world, namely, the periphery of the sub-physical system of reality. This realm is like the physical world, only that it is invisible to the human eyes. The main first stage in the life after death experiences occurs in the inner aspects of the sub-physical system, beyond the sub-physical periphery. Even the second stage of the afterlife, in some instances, do occur in the innermost regions of the sub-physical reality, which transcends the regions of the first stage. As already mentioned, those who are dead and buried somewhere, but still physically lived elsewhere, are situated on the lesser aspects, within the environment wherein the roaming occurs. It is from there that they may be reverted back to still live physically on Earth. Those who have gone beyond this lesser aspects won't be allowed anymore to physically materialize and live in this manner. When one who is dead sees himself unguided and wandering, with no known destination, it is because the monitors, for some reasons, allowed it to be so. Even then, the departed one is still guided. He is guided via the rudiments of the emotional energy within himself. This guidance, via the emotional energy, is propelled through his expectation, wish and desire. At this point, through intense prayers, amongst other factors, it is possible for the departed one to wake up from death. The cases of some Earthmen who died and later came back to life are in tandem with the aforementioned experience. If anyone who was dead comes back to life or resurrects, he may or may not recollect what transpired in the regions of death. The monitors, for specific reasons, may deliberately withhold his experiences in the hereafter, and refuse to impress it in the memory that coordinates physical existence. To this end, the resurrected individual will remember nothing about what occurred in the afterlife. If his experiences are not withheld by the monitors, he will remember everything and narrate same to the living children of men. However, if a departed one fully enters a camp of the first stage in the hereafter, the physical body won't resurrect anymore. In the case of a departed one roaming unguided in the periphery of the sub-physical regions, this could take few days, some weeks, months, or even years. Certain things do occur in the course of the wandering of a departed one. The sub-physical environments wherein this wandering about occurs are all around us now. Such environments are the subtle replica of the physical world, but with little variations in terms of the perceived static nature of physical reality. Some of our dream experiences occur in the sub-physical systems of reality. You must understand that not all the departed ones pass through the subtle procedures of wandering around in the realms beyond. However, so many people are involved here and so many people are not involved there too. Also, the wandering process is often brought about by certain deep ignorance of the nature of reality, mostly associated with lack of a strong belief system, whether religious, scientific or traditional. Your strong beliefs are the primary impetus for welcoming a departed one into the first stage of the hereafter. Now, let it be known that we haven't gotten to the first stage in the afterlife experiences, as far as this interlude sessions are concerned. We will get there someday and progress to other stages. For someone to die somewhere but still physically lives elsewhere, including for someone to die and wander around in the periphery of the sub-physical system, all are outside what occurs in the first stage proper. It is the duty of the monitors, the angelic guardians of the path of death, to identify your elements of strong beliefs and welcome you to the realms beyond, solely in proportion to your beliefs. This occurs in accordance with the inexorable and immutable universal law of transition. The departed one will first be duly welcomed into the realms beyond, at the first stage, before further progression to other stages. If no strong beliefs are found in your consciousness to facilitate your being duly welcomed to the first stage in the life after death experiences, you could wander around for some time on your own. This wandering may continue in the manner already stated, till other things begin to occur. Foremost of what will happen includes the appearance of the monitors. A monitor or monitors will eventually come forth to provide the necessary guidance to a departed wandering one. This will finally enhance the first stage of acclimatization of a departed one in the realms beyond. You must understand that acclimatization is a fundamental aspect of the life after death experiences. In the course of the wandering, however, the energies of light emanating from the forces of light could come into the configuration of a wandering one. This quickens the admission of a wandering one into the first stage of the hereafter. But this can't occur unless the wandering one is on the path of light. For anyone who is situated on the path of light to wander around after death, clearly shows that the individual involved is greatly attached to the mundane life of the physical realm of earth. The wandering, therefore, is brought about by his consciousness of this mundane attachment. We humans must avoid material attachments in all ramifications. Nevertheless, because of one's thoughts, words, and actions in light, whilst having the elements of mundane attachment, which initiated the wandering in the first place, the departed individual will still receive the needed help from the forces of light. The monitors are involved within the overall gestalt and configuration of the forces of light. The monitors, however, are divinely empowered and assigned. Within the overall network of the monitors, there are divisions in the classifications of duty. And if the knowledge of these things comes into the mundane recognition of the children of men, the earthman may consider some of the actions of the monitors to be that of demons. This mundane recognition is incorrect, but it is based on what the earthman will interpret as the appearances and actions of some of the monitors. For instance, the actions of the monitors that guide those on the path of light are different from the actions of the monitors who guide the wicked-minded earthmen in the realms beyond. Now, unknown to the children of men in the general terms, there is an interchange in the duty post of the monitors. For instance, a monitor or monitors, within the framework of one's belief systems, could appear in the guise of angels to provide the aforementioned guidance. In this case, the departed one involved must at least have a root in light, no matter how little. The same monitor or monitors could take a different fearful appearance and approach towards a departed wandering wicked-minded person. If the actions of the monitors in this connection are situated within the interpretations of some earthmen, then the concept of demons will prevail. The needed help given to a wandering one on the path of light, but who is not firmly situated therein, could come from the forces of light above or from the children of men who are on the path of light in the world of man. This needed help can also come from both. The sincere prayers for such a departed wandering one, by the faithful children of men on earth, is very important in this connection. Such prayers can accelerate a smooth journey in the realms beyond. You must understand that the divine energy of a sincere and acceptable prayer is beyond time and space. However, if you pray for a departed one who is not wandering around, but who has gone directly into the first stage of the hereafter, the prayer will not act on him anymore. Instead, your prayer will revert back to you, for your own divine strength, as a divine rule. Praying for a wicked-minded wandering one is completely meaningless to the departed individual involved. Such a wandering one is completely separated from the energy of light, emanating from any sincere prayers in the world of man. He is on a different path, namely, the path of darkness. What belongs to this path is what he will get. Therefore, let it be emphasized that the energies of darkness also have impressions on the departed wicked-minded wandering one. A wicked-minded one is situated on the mode of darkness in the journey of life. The monitors will eventually appear to him, in his wandering situation, but in the manner that is unpleasant. It is extremely disadvantageous for anyone to depart from the earth world who dies on the platform of wicked-mindedness. Wickedness in this connection isn't limited to killing and maiming fellow humans. Even the grudges in your mind immediately places you in the network of the wicked-minded ones. Now, in the course of the wandering of a departed wicked-minded person, the most vicious astral entities could get hold of him, before the arrival of the assigned monitors. These advanced forces of darkness could even use him to wreak havoc in the midst of the living children of men. Some of you have heard about ghosts chasing people around and causing problems. Such experiences are in tandem with the foregoing information. If someone is a conscious craft of darkness before his physical death, in the cause of his wandering, he stands as a major threat to humans, especially in his household and community. The dark energy discharged by a conscious craft at the point of death is extremely dangerous. This dark energy, in conjunction with the most advanced vicious astral entities, could torment the household of a departed one. This torment could follow subsequent generations from his grave, for a period of over 300 years. Unto this day, some families are experiencing diverse predicaments on account of this. Someone may be born now, but in the course of time he comes under diverse unpleasant situations and hardship. In some occasions, for instance, the crafts of his departed forefathers, operating from the grave, could be responsible for this. Those who are firmly situated on the path of light have no portion in this manipulation. Currently, I am fully aware of the destruction of some of these conscious crafts in their graveyards. This is very mysterious. The Harbinger of the Last Covenant is a partaker in this ongoing battle, specifically by the direct intervention of the Lord. It is unbelievable. The Lord himself, in a specific version of himself, is greatly involved here. I came to this reality in the course of divine inquiries, during which the Lord himself comes forth. The process of divine inquiry has done a lot for families along this line. This kind of reality, namely, high-profile manipulations from the grave, may be difficult to understand. It is a part in the hidden things of existence. That will be all for now. A word is enough for the wise. Peace and blessings.